Welcome back, folks, to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This episode of the show is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Why? Why? Because Keystone's got great products. They're an innovative company, and Greg and I love them. What's up, Greggy?
How are you doing?
I'm
Back
doing
at it.
good. Back at it. You know what I was thinking about it? I was thinking about something, and you can't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, that's a good point. Never.
Yeah.
Why were you thinking about that? Were you getting serious with something?
Yeah, it was kind of like, we did it. We bang out. Guess what? We record more than one show at a time. So we just finished recording a show where I was a little tongue in cheek and all this sort of stuff, and it's coming out hot. But, there's a sense in which that all of this stuff that we're talking about and all this stuff that we're, things that seem so important and this and that and consolidation and LEDs and 10-year warranties and all this sort of stuff, it's actually not that important.
No.
No.
I mean, it's your career and your job and what you're into, but at the end of the day, you're saying it's not.
Yeah, what's most important is that you're developing your own personal integrity. That's the most important thing. And that's timeless, dude. It has nothing to do with LED 10-year warranties, LED flicker. It has nothing to do with whatever it is that's in the news that day that seems so hot and ready. It's like what you have to be working towards is a place where, and this is not something I'm not going to profess to have always known this or had this. Is something that's really coming to me now in recent years. And that's personal integrity with yourself, like who you allow yourself to interact with. What are your priorities? Are your priorities to innovate? Is your priority to gain rent seeking? Are you making, like some of the podcasts we've done, it's like vendors selling direct to a contractor and cutting out their distribution partner that buys 40 times more than that contractor buys from them. For what? What does that say about them? Right? What is this, all this stuff? I'll tell you, the people that I know have been the most successful in life, Greg, have always had the highest levels of integrity. I'm not saying the most money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
saying
integrity.
integrity, the most integrity, right? So I'm not talking about just financial, but I'm also talking about family, friends, and faith too.
Sure, there's a lot that goes into it, and to tie this into the lighting industry, it's a good something I think about a lot are the manufacturers that are out there, and we've talked about it a number of times, and we talk about there's cheap manufacturers and there's good ones, and so who do you trust, and how do you value a company good versus not, or a product good versus bad? A lot of the product looks the same. It comes from China. We know that. They might slap a little different label on it, might tweak up a color, do something like that, but a lot of it is similar in terms of performance or stated performance. Okay, there is that. But I think what this industry is about now more than ever is not product, but it's a service that goes with it. Because there are things that will go wrong and there are things that will happen down the line, and you will need replacements down the line. Is a company that you get it from going to have the integrity, use your word, to back what they say, to do what they say they're going to do, to be there when you need them in the future? Not the product, but them. Because the product you can get from other places. But if you sell a customer on something, if you back the integrity of a company that is saying they manufacture it and do this, are they going to be there? Is that going to be around? And I think that's the true value of a product right now, is a company that's backing it, not necessarily the product itself.
I'm coming up with a list here of how you value lighting manufacturers.
Yeah.
I just made it just right while you were talking there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the number one personal criteria for me, that's the number one kicker, is how many years have they been in business?
That is, there are nothing against new companies too. But
no, I'm not against new players in the game. That's part of it. We all have to start somewhere, and there's nothing wrong with someone coming in and trying to make a move or two. But I'm talking about how would if I look at someone, let's say I'm going to make them a premium quality brand, I would say time in the business. And I'm not talking about, we acquired this old company that's been in business for X amount of years and now we're doing this and this is part of our legacy. I'm talking about a company that's, yes, we started Keystone Technologies in 1946. Keystone Ballast or whatever it is, and now it's still Keystone Technology. We changed it to Technologies or whatever. Like that kind of history. The second thing I think is important to me, and this is not determining integrity, but this is like signs of possible, like good signals, right? They've lasted a long time. That's a good sign that there's integrity there. Doesn't mean always integrity there, but it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Do they manufacture in the U.S. or do they have in this day and age it's tough, but do they have a history of U.S. manufacturing, right? So those two things I think are also important in terms of how I decide. Because when you make something, you have inherent knowledge of it, right?
Whether they always have the history, though, a lot of it too can be the desire or the plan to do it. It might not be feasible right now, but at least that's what their mindset is on.
Yeah, like some people have had offshored their manufacturing because they have to,
Yes.
right? They have no choice. It's a competitive, it's a move to maintain their competitive position in the market, right? This third thing I think is, do you actually know the owners of the company or the president and the CEO?
Is there a face behind the name?
Yeah.
Is there a person? Yes, for sure. That's very important.
And this show is sponsored by Keystone, and so I'm giving them some pub here. But this doesn't go just for Keystone. But like you take Fred Greenberg, when he joined Nailed, took you and I and out for a baseball game. We met him in his team. Ellis Jan's another guy that you have access to. You know what I'm like? Not everyone can go up there, but he's on the light fair trade show floor. He's there. There's Ellis Jan eating mercury. This guy's here. He's think about that. He's eating the mercury.
Yeah.
He's signaling integrity. That's what he's doing. I'm signaling integrity, right? And do they say things on a regular basis that are suspicious? Like 10-year warranties.
Right.
Like if someone comes into my shop and says, we warranty our lamps for 10 years, it's like, oh man, come on, don't go there. Really?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of constructing this list as we talk here. But I think those are the kind of things that are integrity signals, that people can send you, right? And then you want to look for those feelings. I think a lot of newbies in the lighting business, new players in the game, people without without having won the hard lessons of entrepreneurship or salesmanship or whatever strain of business that they're walking down, they haven't learned those lessons yet. I think those people can be had. But the vets, people in the game, at the lighting game for a long time, we're not going to buy that stuff. We're not going to buy, like when we were talking to Bill Scrow on the lighting show, Get a Grip on Lighting, we had a laugh during the thing when he was talking about it's a matter of, it was a LinkedIn clip from it. It was super popular. It's a matter of frequency. And the way he said that, you knew he always knew that.
Yep.
You understand what I mean? Like he's running bucket trucks or whatever the heck he's doing, and that Bill Scrow, who's actually the president of Nalmco right now, great, wonderful guy, real gentleman, and we had a chat with him. We had the honor of sitting with him and Scott Middleton from Nalmco as well. And sitting there talking to him, like this guy has had so much experience in the lighting business. And so he's able to identify integrity very quickly. He's not going to compromise his for any reason that's, not for any reason. And so those things are important in business and in life, and more important in life, actually. So how do we govern ourselves as an industry? I think that maybe it's time to set up an accreditation agency, maybe if an accreditation agency could be set up to that, hey, here's the criteria. Here's the manufacturers who make lighting products. And that's not to discriminate against the new ones, but it is to say that you have something to prove. No?
Prove that you belong here.
Yeah.
Go through this list of it and show us that you're going to have the integrity, that we could trust you, and in turn the people that are actually using the product know they're going to have something good, that it's going to be backed and here for the long run. That's what we need in life.
Put your Silicon Valley jargon in your top pocket, right? Disruption, creative destruction. You're only going to destroy stuff. You're not going to create. It doesn't take a lot of creativity to destroy anything, actually. Okay? I hate those words. Those Silicon Valley dog crap. Come on.
Yep.
Get a grip. Where's your integrity? Folks, this has been the Lighted Online Video Show, sponsored by, hey man, Long time in the game, Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby. That's KeystoneTech.com. Thanks for listening.